out the mandate of the Senate, as has been clearly set out previously by Apex Court, the Court of Appeal in the case of Wambora's case, as well as the Supreme Court in the Sonko's case, did set the mandate of this House as clear as their role is to investigate and confirm that there exists sufficient evidence to substantiate the allegation made against the governor. Therefore, the Supreme Court noted that the Senate does not sit as an appellate forum. Theirs is a single role, that is to investigate and confirm that the allegation, as well as the evidence that has been adduced by the Senate, is all about political governance. And as a result of that, they have set the standard of proof. Unlike in criminal cases where the standard of proof is beyond reasonable doubt, the proceedings of impeachment, it is not required to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Indeed, the Senate went ahead and stated that the proof is way below the standard of, way below that of a balance, beyond reasonable doubt, but slightly above that of a balance of probability. In the fullness of time, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, we shall produce evidence upon your leave to call evidence that to prove that the governor has failed or breached the political responsibility. She is in breach of political accountability, she is in breach of accountability, and she is in breach of political governance in a manner that warrants her impeachment. We shall again demonstrate to this Honorable House that the conduct of the governor over time, over the 1 year she has been in office, has not been beyond reproach as is required. The conduct of a state officer should be beyond reproach. Indeed, it's likened to that of a sister's wife. But instead, or to the contrary, the governor has behaved in a manner that has been construed by this House as well as the court to amount to an impeachable conduct. We shall demonstrate that one upon the opportunity, Honorable Speaker, when we shall be required to call evidence and adduce, as well as adduce evidence. We shall demonstrate, Honorable Speaker, that the governor, a once a pedigree person, has disastrously turned tragic and has been likened in Meru County to King Saul. We shall demonstrate that the relationship between the governor and the people of Meru, the relationship with the governor and the leaders of Meru, both elected and political and non-political, our relationship with women organizations in Meru, our relationship with all actors, including the informal government called Judjeke and all other leaders, including our deputy, has irretrievably broken down. And that therefore, there exist irreconcilable differences between the governor and everybody, all actors within Meru. We shall demonstrate that one clearly, Honorable Speaker, when we will have a chance to adduce evidence. We shall also demonstrate to you in the fullness of time how the governor has placed the county resources that is appropriated by this Honorable House to Meru County has been placed under the custody or under the domain of our relatives, and that's a relative with very close blood consanguinity, that is sister, brother, for one reason, Honorable Speaker, to plunder it. To plunder it. We shall demonstrate how Meru County having a very high prevalence of cancer, and it is even said that we top in the entire world, not even in the country, which has been prevalent for quite a long time. Meru has been leading in cancer. And when the county got an opportunity from an international well-wisher that please send us a group of technical persons, technical in terms of cancer treatment, to come and benchmark with us for purpose, to come and inspect the cancer treatment machines for purposes of equipping Meru Cancer Treatment Center. The governor was audacious enough to get clearance from the Minister of Devolution, and you'll be surprised that instead of getting for the oncologist, the radiologist within Meru, within serving the cancer center in Meru, was audacious enough to put into the flight her sister, her brother, and her brother-in-law to go for 2 weeks in China to go and be frolic of themselves. This is an opportunity that we lost as a county. It's an opportunity that we lost to equip the only cancer center that we have in Meru. That team of sisters and brothers was one holding a diploma in pharmaceutical technology. That is an assistant to a pharmacist. Even a pharmacist is not qualified in that one. And remember, this is done while leaving out qualified oncologists, qualified radiologists, and all manner of experts in relation to cancer treatment. We shall demonstrate to you at the opportune time how the governor has employed 8 extra chief officers without an approval of the county assembly at all. It's like the president appointing a minister and do not subject him to the National Assembly for approval. These chief officers, most of them are completely unqualified. They don't even have the minimum requirements, the minimum academic requirement. We shall demonstrate when you'll be asked to call, allowed to call evidence. Our governor has used our Kolea program to pseudo government money. We shall demonstrate at the opportune time how government vehicles have been staged to pursue the Okolea programs, which is a program not meant to help people, but to vilify leaders and other persons who are assumed not to be, to be raising any issue. We shall demonstrate at the opportune time how the governor has used her sister and her brother to swindle the government money to the tune of, just a cursory look at it, 78 million shillings going to an individual in the name of prepayments. Prepayments. Where a sister would owe 8 interest in 1 day. In 1 day, 8 interest in 1 day. We shall demonstrate that one when we'll be required to call evidence. We shall also urge you, Honorable Speaker, that the governor in front of you is not the first-time offender. He's not a first offender, and indeed she's a repeat offender who does not require or does not deserve the favors of this court. Honorable Speaker, I will also reiterate the role of Senate as far as devolution is concerned. Honorable Senate, you spent a whole lot of time to pass budgets for the interest of county, for the interest of devolution, only for it to be placed under at the disposal of sisters or relatives for purposes of plunder. This, you have a sword. You are the custodian of devolution. You have the sword, and you can't sit lying down for long. You spare the rod, and the child will be spoiled. We shall be asking you to please crack the whip against the governor for the interest of Meru. We will be faced with 2 competing interests. 1, devolution to work in Meru for the interest of Meru, and number 2, to help the governor save her private job. Good thing is that will be public interest. You'll be confronted with the public interest against a private interest. Kindly save the governor, save the Meru at the expense of saving the governor. My apologies, yeah. my apologies. Certainly, save the Meru, save the entire people of Meru, and not the Honorable Speaker, at the opportune time, we shall demonstrate that the center cannot hold anymore. And we'll be urging you to save the members of the County Assembly that back and forth, to and from the Senate, to and from the Senate. If someone has been brought here barely 10 months ago, there must be an issue. It is not just in vain, it is a result where the center is not able to hold anymore. We shall demonstrate how the governor has completely violated a court order, completely. With a lot of, just like she contempted against this Senate by completely making a mockery of their advisory by Honorable. For Aulia, sorry, I'm reminded it's for Aulia. The way the governor has completely usurped the County Public Service Board. We'll give you an example where the governor advertised for 3 officers in her office, that is her personal public communication officer 1 and 2, and the governor shortlisted 17 for purposes of recruiting 3, and out of 17, the governor only recruited 1. Out of 17 who applied, instead of recruiting 3, the governor recruited 6. And what surprises me, and this should also surprise the Senate, is that out of the 3 that were recruited, only 1 was in the shortlist. Only 1 in the shortlist. The other 5 were not in the shortlist, and they were not even applicants. We shall demonstrate this one. Honourable Speaker, I have had a cursory look at our defense, which she has only attempted to, in the misappropriation of funds, the governor has only attempted to prove by submitting interest in relation to only, instead of accounting for 78 million, she has only accounted for 2.3 million. And if you look at the 2.3 million, the documents that have been used, that is the work ticket as well as the voucher, 99% of them are not signed by the examiner, are not signed by the director of accounts, and therefore they have been prepared hurriedly for purposes of your consumption. We shall demonstrate to you how a certain work ticket, how one work ticket has been used to account for 17 imprests. It has been used 17 times with the same registration number, the same serial number, has been used 17 times. And when we called upon to call evidence, we shall demonstrate that one clearly. We shall demonstrate to you also how even the work tickets that have been used do not follow that natural chronology. Do not follow natural chronology to the extent that it is indicated that the governor on the 7th of October went to Nairobi. The next which follows is 10th of October. And the next that follows, you find it is 4th of April, a year after. You started wondering whether the governor was able to return, the whole access back to some months ago. That is clearly demonstration of forgery. You look at our document, you'll be surprised that she has 0 defense. What she has is just a mere counterclaim. You are asked, why did you steal this government money? Oh, you say Jorin Cheke. Why did you say this one? Oh, Honorable Poro Abodi. You asked, why did you usurp the powers of the county assembly? Oh, the deputy speaker. You ask this one, oh, that. Instead of clearly saying, I have not done this, and this is the evidence to that effect. We shall demonstrate. I remember I was taught by the Honorable Senator Professor Oditomo Jenda, who told us, at least if you decide to answer a wrong question other than the one that was asked, please try and answer it correctly. And instead, the governor did not address the defense, the claims, and in her defense, she produced her own counterclaim in form of, I don't know, it's a motion to impeach who, and answered it wrongly. It's a double jeopardy. You get the question wrong, and you answer it wrongly. So, Honorable Speaker, with that, because of the interest of time, we shall be, at the opportune time, be called upon to produce all the evidence, or to adduce all the evidence in respect to the matters that we have raised. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Next is opening statement on behalf of the Governor. Council.